The how you feeling and the killing and the ceiling with the healing and the feeling and the billing and the getting and the feeling like, whoa! What's up, guys? It's Logic here, reviewing Anthony Fantano's review of yet another review of Supermarket. I am really looking forward to this. I think it's going to be great. I just want to preface this by, y'all know this is just my opinion, right? You thought it was funny? You know, it's just my opinion, right? You thought it was funny? You know, it's just... You can't just put, you know, this is just my opinion and on somebody, you piece of shit. So, mind you, also, let me just say, this whole review of me reviewing a review of my review of reviews and reviewing this is not going to just be me being like, well, this is why, and this is why, and this is... So, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to... But I want you guys to understand that for me, this was one of the most beautiful times in my life, and the reason why I made this art was for a #1 New York Times best-selling novel, and for the woman that I love more than anything. Whether you think it's this or that or you don't get it, I put art that I loved and believed in out there. And I think the indie that I do now is like way better, but we all have to start somewhere. So anybody out there seriously watching this who might be a little too scared of what their friends might think, let alone me stepping out and doing this in front of millions of people, do you. Love what you do. We all have to start somewhere. And let's start by this anal. Here we go.
This new Logic album, it's not good.
When I saw that for the first time in 2019, I wanted to die. Bro, I used to like get this flutter, man. Like my heart, my blood pressure would go up. Like it really f***ed me up, you know? Meanwhile, I'm a #1 New York Times best-selling author. And I'm like freaking out about Fantano's bald ass. Let's go.
He has just come out with a novel titled Supermarket, and this is essentially the soundtrack to it. I guess this
Shut the up. What you mean you guess? That's what it is called. It's a soundtrack, yo ass. No, I get it. But it's just like, if you're a super fan of Logic and you read this awesome book that I wrote to help me get over my depression and anxiety, that's solely what it was used for, then this makes so much sense. Anyway, all that being said, he doesn't give a
There are lots of choruses on this thing that are pulled from other rap songs, whether you're talking about Biz Marquis' Just a Friend, or A Tribe Called Quest, Can I Kick It? Which is nothing new for Logic in the grander scheme of things, as he is very low on originality most of the time, pulling a lot of his ideas very...
his face. He looks like he's busting an alien nut. Anyway, I come in peace. Get it? I come in peace. Anyway, Anthony, I know you're watching this. I just want to say I love you. This is fun. Honestly, what you do is so fun. Now here I am, unoriginally copying you yet again. That was real.
Logic decides that he is going to write pop rock songs and acoustic rock songs and indie rock songs. In a way, it's kind of like his speeding bullet to heaven.
Oh, when I saw that, I was like, oh, man. Because I remember when Speeding Bullet to Heaven came out. We got to review that one. Buckle up, Scott. Let me also just say how brave it was of me to like try something different. Not for real. Like, you know what I mean? Like I could have just done the same thing over and over and over, but I wanted to do something different. And if I'm being completely honest, a majority of this album is me writing love songs about my wife. The book helped me get through a lot of depression and anxiety and that I was dealing with. And then I'm going through getting divorced in front of the whole world. I'm separated. People think they know what happened, what didn't, what this, what that, and all this. And I walk into this store and I meet this beautiful woman, and like it gave me hope again. And I went home that day and I wrote a song, and I wrote a song every day for 2 weeks, and it ended up being this. So regardless of the that Anthony is about to say, it made the woman of my dreams cry and fall in love with me. It was very hard to stumble and fall on some of these records, for sure, in front of the world, but I'm glad that I did it.
But honestly, the worst thing about the tracks on this thing it is just really the songwriting and Logic's singing. His lyrics on this album are insipid, they're trite.
Yes. What am I, Chance? This is, yo, my man is going in on me right now. Oh, one more time. One more time.
The lyrics on this album are insipid, they're trite, they're disgusting, they're straight trash. Insipid, they're trite, they're disgusting, they're straight trash.
My God, that's gonna make for the best thumbnail. Logic cries watching his Fantano review. Because I'm I'm a genius. All right.
The song By the Bridge, I think, is one of the best examples of awful lyricism on this LP. And the song means next to nothing. Maybe
The song means next to nothing. You.
Maybe Logic sees this track as tying in effectively to a point in the book that means a bit more and it brings in context.
No, pause it. No, I didn't. I was just trying to make my own Red Hot Chili Peppers Under the Bridge. That song kind of whack. Honestly, I don't know. I didn't. Hey there, are you listening? Give me a 10 on the piston. Yeah, I get it. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm gonna be real. That's one of them joints that's like, yo, get your mans. Nobody got me. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody got me. Like, it's all good. Like,
seriously, reading into the lyrics of this track, we do have this kind of narrative device of finding a dead body by the bridge. That's kind of a very dramatic point of focus in the song. But then Logic surrounds this point with just a bunch of faux deep filler that just kind of gets...
You are very right. Isn't it good to look back and laugh? But at the time, I was like, oh my God. I was like, yo, my life is over. Like, for real, I was like, oh, what have I done?
Logic is singing, why isn't anybody listening? Then he's singing about searching inside his soul, being let go, now spreading your wings, taking
Terrible. That's terrible. What was I thinking? What the was I thinking? Can't be mad at you, my friend. Thank you for the wake-up call.
It's like I'm listening to a bad Bizarro version of Neutral Milk Hotel, and I cannot think of the song.
Good reference.
What is it? Pretty Young Girl, without laughing at the lyrics, like in my head. Pretty young girl, doing pretty young things. She's a pretty young lady, pulling out my heart.
Well, no, actually, pause. I didn't say it's actually more cringe than that. Because he goes, she's a pretty young lady. No, she's a pretty young girl doing pretty young things. She's a pretty youngling pulling at my heartstrings. Yikes. Fast forward. It sounds a little sus, right? She's a pretty youngling. Predator. What the So I'll give you that. That's a little... This is not my best moment. But it's from the heart.
The song
Vacation from Myself
features Logic literally just doing his best Mac DeMarco impression.
If I was trying to do Mac DeMarco, baby, I'd try to sound like Stewie Griffin. On the level, here we are yet again, it's Mac DeMarco. Thank you very much, Bobby Doe.
That's how he talks.
How does that conversation go? Does Logic approach Mac DeMarco and say, hey man, I have an album coming out and kind of doing a bit of a rock and pop thing on it, and I want a song on the record that sounds exactly like you, but I want to sing it.
Actually, I'm not joking. Like, yeah, I definitely spent a lot of my career making my own sound and telling my own stories, but also kind of following trends and trying to do I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Look at anything. Look at everybody. Look at all of life. We follow it. TikTok trends, YouTube trends, musical trends. Like, so long story short, you're not wrong, man. Yeah, I spent a lot of my time trying to emulate others, but I also think that gave me a style. I really do feel like the mystique of music, that I can try and do different things. But I think me learning how to do what others do technically while also finding myself as a man and a human being like me, that's what's made for the best Logic.
Like, if you're going to make a sudden transition into this genre and the first artists you're going to pull inspiration from are like the Pixies, Radiohead, Mac DeMarco, and Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Isn't it great that we can laugh together?
That's if Jack White came out with a hip-hop album tomorrow and it basically just sounded like all he listened to was Biggie and Jay-Z, yeah, that'd be pretty funny. And we would not be laughing with Jack White, we would be laughing at him. Yeah, there is not a single track.
That was a moment where I was like, everyone's laughing at me.
We are in truly sad times right now. This is the wrong timeline. I'm not really sure if I have anything.
This is the wrong timeline? Bars. Yo, you just ethered me. I built a time machine for you.
I'm not really sure if I have anything else to say about this project other than that, but goddamn, Logic really outdid himself this time. This Logic project, it's not good. Zishin.
Okay, I'm feeling a solid 7 to a light 8 on this review. I think he was extremely thorough. That's for sure. This was one of the worst days of my life that it came out and I watched it. And now I'm not even kidding. It's amazing that I can legitimately laugh my ass off and also agree on most of the things he said about the album. Anyway, how'd you like the video? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Don't forget to subscribe, hit the thumbs up button. And, I don't know. What should I say about Anthony? I don't know. Let's keep leeching off his audience by doing my own reviews of his reviews. How about that?
Transition.
Was it worse for Chance or was it worse for Logic? Leave your vote in the comment section below.